Welcome to the ALPA 21 Summative Assessments online training module for the Online Reporting System, also known as ORS. This training module is designed to help you navigate ORS and understand its features. This training module includes many examples of ORS features. The Online Reporting System User Guide, located on your state's portal, contains additional information about features of ORS that are specific to your state. Please note that images in this presentation are for demonstration purposes, and the appearance of your state's ORS may vary slightly. After viewing this presentation, you should understand how to navigate the system, view score reports, generate and export summary statistics and student results, search for specific students, and view and edit student rosters. The ORS is designed to provide you with assessment data and tools you need to understand the performance of your students. Data presented in the system is interactive, allowing you to apply filters and break down results to better understand student performance. Because ORS can aggregate results in real time, the system is able to rapidly provide current and reliable reporting information. Student data can be securely viewed and downloaded for districts, schools, and teachers. However, note that students must be registered in the Test Information Distribution Engine, or TIDE, in order for them to be included in the ORS. For more detailed information, consult the TIDE User Guide. To log in to ORS, you must have an authorized email address and password, which is the same as the one you use for TIDE and the TA interface. Contact your school administrator if you do not have a TIDE account. The ORS is a secure, role-based system. Your access to reports and data in the system depends upon your user role and your district and school associations. To log in to ORS, go to your portal. Click the appropriate user role or assessment card. On the next page, click the ORS System card. Enter your username and password, and then click Secure Login. The welcome page appears when you first log in to the ORS and asks you to select the type of report you want to view. Note that you can navigate to a different report at any time within ORS. If you are associated with multiple roles or entities, the Select drop-down list appears. From this drop-down list, select the district or school whose report you want to view. Retrieve Student Results allows you to download student data for a district, school, teacher, or roster. The data includes students' personal information and their performance on the selected test and administration. Score reports provide test score data. You can compare score data between individual students, schools, and your state. Information on strengths and weaknesses in a specified field is also available by domain. The ORS banner that is displayed near the top of each page consists of buttons or global tools for accessing the different reports and performing different tasks. The Score Reports button takes you to the home page dashboard that provides overall score data for your district, school, or students. The Reports and Files button provides access to test summary statistics and the Retrieve Student Results page, where you can download large files of student results. The State at a Glance button appears for state-level users and provides access to state-level reports. Inbox takes you to the Inbox section of the Retrieve Student Results page that lists the student data files you have requested. Search Students lets you search for student information by using the student's name or SSID number. Upload Rosters allows you to upload roster files. Add Roster allows you to create custom rosters of your students for data analysis. View Edit Rosters allows you to view existing rosters and add or remove students from them as desired. The Help button is where users may find useful information and step-by-step instructions for performing tasks in ORS. Print provides options to print the data displayed on the page. Export exports the data displayed on the page as an Excel file. Definitions provides definitions for terms specific to the report you are viewing. This tool only appears on some pages. When you click Score Reports on the Welcome page or from the banner, the Home page dashboard appears. This page provides data about your students, the number of students tested, and the percentage proficient for the selected test and administration. District personnel see district summaries, school personnel see school summaries, and teachers see summaries of their students. If your state refers to ULPA 21 tests by some other name, then that name will be used in ORS. From the homepage dashboard, you can select the test and administration for which you want to view score data. You may also see an option to view ULPA 21 screener reports, which will only display student performance on the screener. The two assessments are reported separately. You can also specify the students whose data you wish to view using the available radio buttons. This feature is particularly helpful for school personnel who want to see how students currently assigned to the user's class roster performed in previous grades, even if students were enrolled in different schools during those previous administrations. If you currently have a student who did not test in the selected test and administration, no data will be displayed for that student. An example may be students who have moved to your school from out of state. Note that additional scores are added to ORS with each new administration. Scores for students who remain at the end of the selected administration allows you to see score data for those students who tested in the selected test and administration and were associated with your school or district at the end of the selected test and administration. Scores for my current students allows you to immediately view score data for those students who are associated to your current rosters, even if they were previously enrolled in a different school or district. This view enables you to see your current students' previous strengths and weaknesses before they begin testing this year. Scores for students who remain when they tested during the selected administration allows you to see score data for those students who were associated with your school, district, or roster when they were tested in the selected test and administration. On the next few slides, we will illustrate an example of how to use the three radio buttons. Imagine that two of your students, Student A and Student B, took a 2018-2019 test. Immediately after testing, Student B moved to a different district. Then, after the 2018-2019 administration ended, a new student named Student C joined your class after taking the test in a different school. Selecting the first radio button will include Student A's score and exclude scores for Students B and C from reports. This option helps you answer the question, how did my students from last year perform on the test, including students who took the test at another school? Selecting the second radio button will also exclude Student B's score, but it will include Student C, who is currently associated with you. This option helps you answer the question, how did my current students perform on last year's test? Selecting the third radio button will include scores for Students A and B and exclude Student C's scores from the report. This option helps you answer the question, how did my students from last year perform on the test, including students who moved away during the school year? After defining which students you wish to view, look at the table near the bottom of the home page dashboard. This table displays aggregate data for the test. Number of students tested displays the number of students to date who have completed and submitted their tests for scoring. Percent determined proficient displays the percentage of students to date who have scored proficient on each test. To access score reports for a particular grade-based test, click a cell for the selected grade. You will only see the tests administered by the selected district or school. When you click a cell, a subject detail report will load for the corresponding grade. This example shows the information a district user will see on the subject detail report. It shows the list of schools in the district and their aggregate score data. You can sort the data, show or hide columns, disaggregate data by subgroups and/or test events, and show or hide comparison data. To disaggregate the score data by a specific demographic subgroup category, from the Breakdown By drop-down list, select a group and click Go. The report will expand to display the data for each subgroup. For example, you can select Gender to see score data for all students, female students, and male students. To disaggregate the score data by a specific accommodation from the Test Event drop-down list, select an accommodation and click Go. The report will expand to display the data for each subgroup. If students are able to have different accommodations for different parts of the same test, these students can either be included in a separate category called Multiple or counted under both accommodation values. To view more information about a student, roster, teacher, school, or district, click the magnifying glass icon that appears next to its name. An exploration menu will appear with the name of the entity you clicked in the title. The exploration menu is the preferred method for moving between reports and deciding which type of data you would like to view. The exploration menu's first two drop-down lists display the test and grade of the report that you are viewing. If your state has other assessments available in ORS besides OPA 21 summative, you can view score reports for a different assessment by selecting it in the test menu. You can use the grade menu to view score reports for a different grade. The who, what, and when drop-down lists determine the type of report that will load when you click the View button. To help you quickly locate the score data you need, these three drop-down lists allow you to ask three different questions: who, what, and when. Your answers to these questions will direct ORS to provide data from that perspective. This slide displays some typical examples of the selections you can make in the who, what, and when drop-down lists. Note that the particular selections you see will depend on your user role, the report you are viewing, and which entity's magnifying glass you clicked. When you see NA or no options in the drop-down list, that means you cannot navigate any farther into that drop-down list. The Who drop-down list describes who will be listed in the report, including all students associated with the district, school, teacher, or roster that you clicked. Note that a teacher can be associated with more than one roster of students. The What drop-down list lets you explore the data by each domain within the selected subject or content area. For OPA 21, the When drop-down list only contains one option: Current Administration. For more information on using the exploration menu to navigate between score reports, consult the Online Reporting System User Guide. Using the exploration menu, you can view reports at different levels: districts, schools, teachers, rosters, and students. This is a sample student listing report showing student performance in each achievement level. You can access the student listing report by clicking the magnifying glass next to a school, teacher, or roster, and then selecting Student in the exploration menu's Who drop-down list. On most pages in ORS, using the Print tool simply prints the currently displayed information. However, printing from the student listing report works a bit differently. When using the print tool on the student listing report, a print pop-up window will appear, giving you the option to print just the currently displayed page or to print a separate individual student report, or ISR, for each student in the list. Select a language to print the report in that language. Finally, you can choose to include all of the ISRs in a single PDF, or you can download each ISR in a separate PDF with the batch of PDFs contained in a zip file. When the PDF file or zip file is ready, you can download your file by clicking My Inbox in the ORS banner. Please remember that student information may only be downloaded to district-issued computers, not to personal computers. An individual student report presents a graphic representation of proficiency. It includes more detailed diagnostic information and comparison scores for the class, teacher, school, district, and state. It also includes student performance on each domain, along with a description of the student's performance level in each domain. You can access a student's ISR by clicking the magnifying glass next to any student's name and selecting Student in the Exploration menu's Who drop-down list. Note that the summative ISR appearing here is a sample. Reports for your state may appear differently. Using the Print tool, you can generate a PDF report of the student's score report. Remember, this year you have the option to print individual student reports in languages other than English. After clicking Print on any individual student report, select the language of the report you wish to print in the Print Options pop-up menu. Then click Print to generate a PDF version of the report. You can view more content detail for a group of students by clicking the magnifying glass next to a school, teacher, or roster, and then selecting Domain in the Exploration menu's What drop-down list. This is a sample district domain detail report, which includes information on how each school in the district performed on each domain of the test. The Reports and Files drop-down menu provides access to additional reports through Retrieve Student Results pages. We will discuss how this page functions in more detail on the following slides. From the Retrieve Student Results section, you can download a zip file containing individual PDFs of each individual student report for all the students associated with the selected school. The zip file will include a CSV manifest that lists all the PDFs included in the zip file. You can also download student data files for a selected test window by district, school, teacher, or roster. The data file contains students' personal information, including enrolled school and grade level, and the selected test scores and claim scale scores, if applicable. You can download the data file in Excel or CSV format. To generate a report, click the Reports and Files drop-down list and select Retrieve Student Results. Next, select a report from the Report Type drop-down list. You may download either student data or PDFs of student reports. Finally, select the parameters for your file from the available drop-down list and click Export to Inbox. You will receive an email once the file is ready. When your file is ready, click Inbox in the banner to access your file. Click on the file to download to your computer. Your file will continue to be available for 30 days in ORS. If you are unable to download your report within 30 days, it will become unavailable. However, you may always generate the report by following these steps again. You can search for a student's score reports by name or by student state ID. This is especially useful if you need to find a student's score reports but do not know the student's grade or school. This feature searches for score report results for students, not participation data. To search for multiple students at once, you can enter multiple SSID numbers separated by commas in the search field. Note that a user may only view data that is permitted by their user role. A district-level user can only view data for students in his or her district, and a school-level user can only view data for students in his or her school. The Student Search Results page will show a list of students who match your search. To view all the tests taken by a student, click the plus sign. To view a student's score report for a particular test, click the test name. To select a test for printing, mark the checkbox next to the test name. Remember that if you search for a student by first name and last name, you may retrieve results for multiple students in your school or district who share the same name. From the Student Search Results page, you can also print individual student reports, ISRs. After you select the test or tests you want to print, as shown on the previous slide, click the Print Selected Tests box. A Print Options pop-up will appear. Select the desired options and click Print. A PDF file will download to the inbox. The State at a Glance report allows authorized state-level users to generate reports that summarize student performance across their state. Only state-level users can access this report. Users can specify the test and administration to display in the state report. The students retrieved on the report depend on the students you selected when defining the student population on the home page dashboard. For more information about defining the student population, see your ORS user guide. To generate a State at a Glance report, select the State at a Glance tab from the banner at the top of the page. From the State at a Glance page, under Step 1, choose the test and administration you would like to view. Click View Report to view your results. Thank you for taking the time to view this training module. For detailed information, consult your online reporting system user guide located on your state portal or contact your state's help desk.